Let's turn now to a movie, our exclusives. Talk to me about Boys in the Boat.
Right, Boys in the Boat is the new biopic starring Callum Turner. Some of you might know who Callum Turner is. He was in Emma alongside Bill Nye and Anya Taylor-Joy. He's also been quite a big part in the Fantastic Beasts franchise, the J.K. Rowling franchise, alongside the likes of Eddie Redmayne and Jude Law. He plays a working class student called Joe Rance. Now, he is living, setting the scene. We are Washington, D.C., 1930s, Depression-era America. So he's living literally inside a car, an old, dilapidated car in a shanty village. He's struggling to pay his college tuition. He's attending the University of Washington. So to try and pay his way, he joins what's known in America as the crew, what's known in our country, rowing. He joins the rowing team at the university because it's paid. And this is the story about he and his teammates, his team, which is full of working class students, how they go on to compete in the 1936 Olympics in Germany. So this is a college team who, bearing in mind, at first they face all the other colleges who have far more money, whose students come from far richer backgrounds. This is it's a sports movie. It's got a real theme of, rooting for the underdog. Imagine Chariots of Fire with a little touch of romance added in as well, which is, I think, very, very, it's needed. I like a bit of romance in a period film. Also in the movie, you've got Joel Edgerton. Some of you might know him as Owen Lars in Star Wars. He also starred in King Arthur alongside Ray Winston and also Keira Knightley as well. And he was also in Red Sparrow with Jennifer Lawrence. So you've got a cast here which they have some actors who are established but are still properly making names for themselves. But I think the big star of the film is somebody who's not actually in the film, and that is the director. That is Mr. none other than George Clooney, the man, the myth, not so much the myth, but the man, the legend, charm personified. I spoke to him on the red carpet at the film's premiere. And I asked him, especially at the beginning, because this is such an inspirational story, and I think if it goes up for an Academy Awards, it could get an adapted screenplay nod. I think it's one of those films that may make it into the Best Picture category because it's one of those feel-good films. It's very well made. And I asked him, what was it about this particular story from an original book that really caught his eye?
It was a story about, it's what I like about traditional old-fashioned movies, particularly sports movies, which is overcoming all the odds. It's a true story. We didn't cheat any of the facts. All the things that happened in here. The kid does get sick and they don't have the money to go and all those kind of things that are really, it's also about, rising above the odds. We like to think of it as an American sort of spirit because we always like to say that it's pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I think possibly because we didn't have a royalty and a royal family. But the reality is it's a human spirit. It is that idea that, if you put in enough work, you can achieve anything. And I love that.
And kind of going on from that, this is such an uplifting film. This seems almost like a real labour of love. Was it a labour of love to you? And did it give you a lot of gratification to be able to tell it on screen?
Well, now that it's done, sure. Shooting it, not so fun, as you can imagine. Well, look, I did Perfect Storm several years ago, so I had some idea of how bad water was going to be to shoot in. It was worse. Because, those boats are so narrow and so long. I mean, they are so long. You can't believe how long they are. And the wind will blow them off, and you have 9 of them in a row, and you're trying to get them. And then it's like our camera boats can't get ahead of them because the wake will capsize. So there's all kinds of logistic problems. So I'm happy to be done with it.
And kind of going on from that, we all know you from all your movies, but this is, of course, a project where you're directing. What kind of gives you more fulfillment, acting or directing?
It depends on the project. I've had a great career acting, and I've had a really fun career directing, and sometimes that works out really well, and sometimes it doesn't, and that's the fun of it all. The risk of failing is also part of the excitement of it all. So I'm lucky I've been able to play in a lot of different sandboxes over my career.
Well, we've got even more exclusives for you because we are moving on to our next film, the absolute epic film that is Napoleon, directed by Sir Ridley Scott. This is action-packed. Joaquin Phoenix, Academy Award winner, starring in films like Joker, Gladiator, Walk the Line. He plays Napoleon. The tagline of this is, he came from nothing but conquered everything. And opposite him stars Academy Award nominee Vanessa Kirby. Some of you might know her from her work as an early Princess Margaret in The Crown. She's also in the Fast and Furious franchise film Hobbs and Shaw, Pieces of a Woman, which was what she was nominated for the Academy Award in. She plays Josephine Bonaparte, the wife that cannot give Napoleon a son, heir, or in fact any baby in that. And, you know, her part, it's very difficult to play because I think she uses the word enigmatic when kind of describing her own role in this. This was a part that a lot of actresses want. I remember speaking to Keira Knightley at the time where she was promoting The Aftermath, which was produced by Sir Ridley. And loads of journalists asked her, what is your dream role to play? And she always said, I want to play Josephine Bonaparte. So when the casting was announced that it was Vanessa Kirby, I thought, aye, this is going to be very interesting here. This is the part that every actress wanted, but Vanessa Kirby herself got the part. And I asked her, you know, this is a part that everyone wanted. It is a historical part, but a part that, you know, not much is actually known about her. This isn't like The Queen where she was heavily photographed. I asked her how much of herself did she put into this character?
Oh God, I felt like I felt like I actually had to like pull back on my personality a lot because she was so enigmatic and unusual, and I think she had to contain a lot of her feelings in order to survive. So I don't know, I tried to bring less of myself to it actually.
And there were certain hilarious sex scenes. How did you feel doing those?
Oh God, well I mean, in what way?
I mean, they were funny.
Yeah, we had to bring some lightness to it, I think, because the intensity of the world and the fact she wasn't able to have a child, and yet they loved each other, but they were kind of outsiders, and they had this strange magnetism through all of their lives, even though they were living in the most extreme of times, and he was committed to a very it was, yeah, we couldn't we could never quite get hold of what it was about, but we loved doing it and we had so much fun trying to figure it out.
Now, somebody that I absolutely love,
yes,
love, is Hannah Waddingham. Now, yes. I came across her obviously on Ted Lasso, but she has been a big West End star for a very long time. And all of the West End people that I know are so thrilled with her because she's made the move.
She's made it big time
from the stage into film, which is usually it's the other way around. But for Hannah Waddingham, what a talent she is. If we get to her clip really quickly.
And this is the thing, I think what this project shows is just how multi-talented it is. You know, she's got a Christmas special for Apple TV Plus called Hannah Waddingham Home for Christmas, available to view now, which she presents and performs her own variety show. She invites huge star guests into it, like Eurovision Sam Ryder, actor Luke Evans, as well as reuniting.
He was West End as well.
Yes, exactly. And where she reunites with, her Ted Lasso stars. She's been called the Queen of Christmas by fans, appearing in adverts all over our TV screens. But this is an intimate project. She opens up, she shows a lot of herself in it, and I asked her how she felt doing something that was actually so intimate.
It couldn't be more personal. Even when they probably wanted to rein things in, I was like, I'm giving this one chance. Let me play. Yeah, and I just want everyone to smile 1 minute, laugh the next, laugh with tears rolling down their face. You know, that's what it's all about. It's where I've come from, both in theatre and with Ted Lasso, you know, that thing of being wrung out emotionally. And if I can make everyone smile for 45 minutes in this sea of confusion and hostility that we have at the moment, then that has its value, I think.
Do you feel like you've really been let loose here? And, you know,
you've been let loose in the Christmas glitter box.
I love that. And also, I mean, I got to tell you, you're everywhere at the moment. You've been on Eurovision.
I'm so sorry. Not sorry.
Because I was going to say, how does it feel to show off every part of your talent?
Yeah, I feel like 2024 is going to have to go some to beat 2023. I think I need to lie in a darkened room and just hum.
I mean, do you think you could see yourself doing more TV presenting and stuff like that? I mean, I know there's a vacancy going at ITV, maybe.
Oh, no. No. I'd like to dip in here and there, but no. I'm happy with what I'm doing. But my God, I loved Eurovision. I loved Eurovision. If I could present it every year, I would. Just loved it.
Hannah Waddingham there. And if you haven't seen Ted Lasso yet, see it.
Well, I think you should see the Christmas special at home for Christmas. Yeah. I think I love her, really, so it's something to see. It's something to watch. It's real entertainment.
Extraordinary, and good luck to her. I'm so pleased for her and for everybody else who works so hard in the theatre that they can make this breakthrough career.
And I think the special was actually very quickly just a bit of a celebration of that, because she got to show off the acting side of her career, she got to show off the singing side of her career, the kind of entertainment side of her career, the camp side.
Threat. I mean, she's got everything.
She could do everything.
Yeah, she can do everything. I love her. So, Josh, thank you. Love you too. Josh Rom, entertainment journalist and host of the Sun's Awards Watch. Stay with me. We are addressing sport next.